Welcome to Tax Insights, presented by Hawkins Ash CPAs.
Good morning, listeners, and welcome back to Tax Insight here on WOMT 1240 AM, 107.9 FM, and of course, streaming online anytime at WMTradio.com. We're talking with Jeff from Hawkins Ash today. Jeff, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Terry.
How are you today?
Doing well.
Awesome. Jeff, today on the program here, we're talking about foreign income and account reporting.
Yeah, so on this week's show, it's going to have a little bit of a more narrow focus than a normal show. Today I want to talk about U.S. citizens that have foreign accounts that produce foreign income. And just a reminder to everybody, as a U.S. citizen, you are taxed on your worldwide income. So there really is no way of hiding assets or income in other countries to avoid taxes.
So do people need to file a separate return to report these assets, or can they report them on their individual income tax return?
This type of filing requires a separate filing than your individual return. And that form it's called a FinCEN Form 114. People kind of know it as FBAR. This return is due on April 15th of every single year, but the IRS normally gives an extension until October 15th. So we're just a couple of days away, which is why I wanted to talk about it.
So let's talk about what type of accounts need to be reported on this.
So mostly bank accounts like savings, checkings accounts, and other investment accounts that are in foreign countries. But it also includes things like foreign insurance, annuity policies that have cash surrender values.
So, okay, what accounts do not need to be reported then?
If you own a stock or a bond and that stock or bond is just kind of in your investment account, that one does not count. Also, if you own real estate or some other kind of investment that solely holds real estate in another country, that particular type of investment does not need to be reported. And the other thing is, let's say that you have a U.S. bank that has a foreign branch. Those type of accounts do not need to be reported either, because all of that information gets reported basically directly to the IRS anyway.
So do these accounts have to be directly owned by a person?
So they can be directly owned by a person or a married couple. But if a person has signature authority over an account, that one also counts. And also, even if they don't have signature authority and it's not in their name, if they have the ability to take out distributions, those kind of accounts need to be reported. So essentially, the person can be the direct owner, they can be the constructive owner, or the deemed owner. So it's a really, really broad definition.
Right. So is there a Minims Rule?
There is. As long as the aggregate value of all of your foreign accounts are under $10,000, you do not need to file the form. Now, for this limit, the accounts need to be looked at on a day-by-day basis. So if that aggregate value of the accounts is over $10,000 on any day of the year, then the accounts must be reported on this form.
Interesting. What about penalties for not filing the form?
One of the things that the IRS is doing is they're really cracking down on non-filers. So the penalty levels really depend on your level of negligence, and those penalties can range anywhere from maybe $500, but could also be well over $100,000 a year. So the IRS is really taking this seriously.
So what does a person do if they have not filed it, and they should, obviously?
It's important that form gets filed right away. And if you've had this account for 3, 4, 5 years, you should file for all of those years, because it's always better that you file it before the IRS finds you, because eventually they will, because these foreign governments are really talking to the United States and back and forth.
Interesting. Jeff, great information every week here on Tax Insight. How do listeners connect with the team at Hawkins Ash?
I would go to our website, which is a new website, which is hawkinsash.cpa.
We'll talk to you next week here on WOMT.
This has been Tax Insights, presented by Hawkins Ash CPAs. Learn more online at hawkinsashcpas.com. Hawkins Ash CPAs, part of your business, part of your life.